literally I'll be making these for my friends. It was easy, it took no time, and if I figure out how to powder sugar more nicely, they don't look half bad, okay?
Oh.
Hello, welcome back to Life on the Franch. This month, Life on the French. If you want to know why we're doing all French content this February, see the link in the description above. Or the gist of it is, we're trying to flood the Life on the French page with Life on the Franch videos, because when you type in Life on the Franch, it just brings up Life on the French, which isn't anybody else's channel, so I'm not like stepping on anybody's toes, nor is it really anybody's title, so it's not even a real phrase. So I don't know why it does this. So I'm already battling, you know, with the YouTube algorithm, and today I was going to battle, you know, in the kitchen, you know, which if you've seen any of my other cooking videos, 50% of the time or more, it's like, oh, it's just a loss for me. You know, I try, I fail, whatever. Originally, okay, I was gonna make these like from scratch, homemade chocolate croissants. At first, okay, I'm looking, it says the prep time is 12 hours and 45 minutes. Total time, 13 hours and 10 minutes. So I've done like long baking things or cooking things before, like for the braised ribs, which I'll link here. For, I think it's on this side, actually, link over here. So there's no fear of like that time. But then we were looking like through the directions, Stan and I, and we realized it takes 2 days. Okay? And in French, it's pain à chocolat. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And pain is spelt pain. You see that? P-A-I-N. And for the first time in all of this month, I finally understand why a word is spelt this certain way. And it's because this recipe is nothing but tears, sweat, blood, pain, misery. I just want to show you that we were committed to this until reading this all the way through. We bought like the chocolate that you need. Okay, we've got flour, sugar. Like, I was ready. I had butter like cooling out, like warming out, you know, yonder, up until about 5 minutes ago. So, and then I was just like, you know what? It's a hard knock life over in here, 2021, and I'm not doing it, okay? So away with this. Goodbye. So here's my backup plan. This is the American way. Croissants. And I'm gonna put this like semi-sweet chocolate and roll it into the croissant. That's my plan. And I think it's gonna be fine because the same freaking recipe, Sally, I'll link the full recipe, the one I was gonna use and then her 20-minute one below. But Sally's second recipe, I found out today, is a 20-minute recipe. And it's this, with like chocolate and then chocolate drizzled on top. Everybody loves, like, yeah, the nice baker's baking croissant. But who has the time? I'm not the first one to think of this. But this is my backup plan, and we're just starting with that because it's been a week, okay? It's been a week. Okay, we heat the oven to 375. Cool. I'm always so bad.
Don't you have to peel a part off first?
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't think it did much for me. pressing the spoon. Okay, what the hell is going on? Oh, got it. This is why we didn't go with the original recipe. This just brings back memories of my youth. Okay, now this, you gotta separate along the seams, you know, as you do. Boop. Anybody who's actually French and watching this in like utter dismay, comment down below. I respect your criticism of this. I know it's not what I get at like a cafe. I like fancy croissants, but I also value my time, and I don't have time for that. Like this?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why? How do you say why in French?
Pourquoi?
Pourquoi?
Which means for what? For what?
Yeah, pourquoi? Also, if you want to make this even simpler for yourself, you know, if you're doing this at home, a lot of recipes I saw online just use chocolate chips. We're using this fancy stuff because we were planning on doing fancy things. That's fine. Okay, so now we take the chocolate and we put it here, and we're going to use this one as our little experiment. Okay, so we're just going to roll that up, rolling it up. Okay, and just like this.
Perfect. Looks great.
You don't think I need chocolate on the end? Just the chocolate, like...
On the inside should be fine.
Okay, I just... chocolate in every bite. It's good.
I bet you when it melts, it'll come out.
Might need more chocolate.
Not a bad thing.
There, no extra chocolate needed. Waste not, want not. There we go. Okay, so we roll these up. Rolling into croissants, rolling into croissants, rolling. Anybody else's mom make like sort of pigs in a blanket type thing with these?
And hot dogs?
Yeah. Like, we didn't call them that. We called them weenie wraps. But I think the fancier term is pigs in a blanket. But does anybody else do that? Like, comment below. Or is that just my family? I'm just making these croissants. Hey, get onto the croissant. Okay, great. So now, we put them in the oven for 9 to 12 minutes. If the oven is hot. And then we'll check them, and when we take them out, we will catch back up with you. Okay, so now we take them out of the oven. Look at that, perfectly golden brown. Now, the thinner chocolate seems to have melted a little bit better than the thicker chocolate, But we're gonna let them rest on this baking sheet because that's what fancy people do. Okay, so our croissants have cooled. The chocolate has melted a little bit more, which is good. So I have my nifty little sifter. I hate this thing. And powdered sugar. And we're going to sift the powdered sugar, because we're that bougie, onto our ratchet chocolate croissants. You know, it's all about like balance. Okay, all right. Listen, you're not bringing balance to the force.
A little bit goes a long way with this sugar. Dang.
That's a lot. That's too much.
Can't undo it. You can't unsift it.
Now we get to try them. Okay. I'm gonna try this one. You can kind of see a little bit of the chocolate. Pain au chocolat?
Pain au chocolat.
Pain au chocolat. What do you say before you eat?
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Oh, duh. Bon appetit. Listen. I don't know why we haven't been doing this for years. I would have added more chocolate, I think.
Okay.
That's something I would have done. So if you're gonna do this, do a little bit more chocolate than I did. Less powdered sugar. I don't know why I've been paying for these my entire life. Like, I've spent so much money buying chocolate croissants. And like, they're not exactly the same. I'm not saying that these are as good as chocolate croissants. But if you have a hankering for these things, and you don't want to spend $5 for like one croissant, this is the solution. You wanna try?
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty dang good.
Aren't you surprised at how good that actually turned out?
Yeah. Like, croissants have a particular buttery flavor that I'm not that fond of when there's too much of it. But something about the chocolate is just completely like overtaking it, so it's absolutely fine. It's like, it tastes like a croissant. It is a croissant.
Yeah. This is better than a plain croissant. This is how they were made to be used. I don't know what Pillsbury's been doing by not advertising this better, but this is the way they need to go. Literally, I'll be making these for my friends. It was easy. It took no time. And if I figure out how to powder sugar more nicely, they don't look half bad. Okay?
Oh.
But coming out right warm from the oven and then sitting out, they're still warm.
Not after 2 days of frickin'
Right.
cooling, chilling, molding.
Right, it has to be exactly 10 by 14 inches. In the video, she has a measuring tape. Listen. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. This might be a better, more achievable option. Anyhow, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of our content, click subscribe. And ding the bell button to know when we post, which is every day. And I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful day.